About the Nokia factory in Romania, there is a lot of scandal, the rumors. How can you comment the relocate the Bochum factory Nokia in Germany from Romania, and how could the Romanian government to have a position, a very strong position for the future? Because in 2 years Nokia could be moved in other countries. How do you comment this kind of I don't know in the English, but it's the name. It's caravana marketing.
Yes.
Caravana factory.
Well, I don't think it's unique to Nokia or to telecommunications. I think that it's happening across industries on a global basis. Nokia obviously relocated when they established the factory in Bochum, because they're a Finnish company. So, you know, if you go back to where they were when they started, you would expect them to build mobile phones exclusively in Finland. Well, they decided they were going to build them in Germany, so Germany took the benefit of that for a number of years. Now they've discovered they can get lower costs if they come to Romania. So in a sense, I don't see there's too much complaint which can be made about that, because it's not like they're coming out of the home country to Romania. They've sort of been somewhere else in between. And obviously everybody these days has to seek the lowest cost, because if you don't, you get driven out of business. Look at what's happening to Motorola. And some of the Far Eastern manufacturers are in a bit of difficulty as well. They're talking about selling their operations.
Motorola could
LG,
disappear.
for example.
Or Motorola business unit, mobile business unit could disappear.
Yeah. So if you don't seek the lowest cost base, then the jobs may disappear anyway. I think that Romania is obviously quite an attractive location for investment by many businesses. I mean, figures vary, but I think that there was 12 billion euros of foreign direct investment in 2006 and something like 7 or 8 in 2007. And that's a significant amount. I think Romania was ranking like 18 in all countries in the world in terms of FDI. So obviously the Romanian government's got to try to continue to put in place the kind of platform from a tax perspective, from a labour law perspective, from many different perspectives, the judiciary, reform of the judiciary, which is going to encourage companies to keep coming here in large numbers and making significant investments. I mean, that's one thing which I lobby for in my role as a Vice President of the Foreign Investors Council. I think Romania is in a very strong position right now, and it's up to the government to make sure that it doesn't follow policies which are going to weaken that in any way. Otherwise, as you say, one day the Nokia factory in Cluj may end up somewhere else, and we hope that doesn't happen. But one thing I can tell you is that Orange has been here for 10 years, and we're here for the long term, and so we put 1.4 billion in direct investment into the Romanian economy, so we're one of the largest investors. We'll put another 200 million in this year, and we'll continue to make significant investments in Romania for many years to come.
Thank you. It's a very good finish of the interview. Yes, I am very intrigued because this type of caravana factory or this type of caravana capitalism is not a very good approach. I am not very happy to Nokia to come in Romania, because they could be repeat the German episode to move in I don't know, in Kazakhstan or in the other countries. But we invest a lot of government, invest our money in this type of business. They create a lot of facilitate for the Nokia, and after this disappear.
Yes, but I think you've got to take a kind of a longer term economic view, because I mean, look what's happened to the UK, for example. We were the sort of founders of the Industrial Revolution, and for probably 150 years we were sort of world leaders in manufacturing. Well, manufacturing is virtually dead in the UK now. Yeah. The whole economy is based on service industries.
Second Industrial Revolution, yeah.
But basically financial services. So I mean, if we sort of kind of dropped our heads when manufacturing disappeared, then we'd be finished now. But but actually we came back again.
Almost to reinvent.
Yeah, you have to be flexible and you have to reinvent. Yeah, and otherwise, you know, you go rapidly downhill. That's what UK was doing in the 1970s, but thankfully it turned itself around and now it's strong again. So I don't think you can sort of fight the forces of global capitalism. I was watching a program recently where someone was tracing their roots in the UK back to Lancashire, which is where a lot of the cotton mills used to be last century. Mm-hmm. And of course there's virtually no textiles made in the UK now, but back then we were the kind of suppliers of the world's cotton, you know, cotton goods. But it just doesn't exist now. But back then, if you look what happened, the cotton used to come from the southern states of the US. Mm-hmm. Then when the American Civil War started, which lasted for I think about 4 or 5 years, that just dried up. Mm-hmm. So everybody who was employed in cotton making was out of a job. Many of them starved until that cotton supply came back again. So you know, those kind of things were happening hundreds of years ago. It's not a new phenomenon, I don't think. Everybody's just got to learn to adapt and cope, and I'm sure there'll be more changes in the future which we can't foresee now.